Hello and welcome to this quick video about WatchGuard's new and improved Wi-Fi design service. My name is Straley, and I'll be showing you how after filling out a quick questionnaire, WatchGuard will send you a wireless survey report for your customer that includes a heat map and hardware suggestions for their project. FYI, this form is a work in progress, so don't be surprised if things change. We plan on improving the questionnaire and service as time goes on, so with that said, let's get started. As you can see, I'm already logged into my partner page at WatchGuard.com. So from the tools menu, I'm going to click on Wi-Fi Design Service. And for the project name, I'm going to use the company of the name the survey is for, my client Example Corp. And they need to replace their Wi-Fi. For the company name, I'm going to use the client's company name, Example Corp. And this will show up in the final report. As for the product description, I'll include anything I might feel is relevant, such as the address. Or I'm going to replace the slow APs with WatchGuard secure Wi-Fi. Now that we have a name and description, let's move on. This next section is all about the physical structure, the walls, ceilings, etc. This type of building is an office complex. The site location is going to be maybe the address. So we have 123 Example Drive. And maybe the type of building that it's in. That might be useful to a surveyor, so I'm going to mention that it's in an old cannery building. The next section is about coverage indoors or outdoors. They need indoors, but if it was outdoors, I would definitely want to highlight where that coverage is needed. Next, I'll tell them about the dimensions of the building. This is simple if the building is square or rectangle, but it's best that the building include a measurement on the plan itself. That could be a single wall, an office, and I've done that. I've made sure that the plans have that. My customer building has mostly drywall. Most of the doors in this building are hollow wood. Internal framing like studs is less important unless it's a solid material like concrete or a mesh product like stucco or metal fencing. Ceiling construction will help us suggest mounting part numbers, but the height is especially important so the software can simulate signal propagation. If there's a section in the floor plans that is higher or lower than the rest of the building, like a gymnasium or a lecture hall, I'd call that out as well. The exterior construction is brick. The Users and Apps section helps the surveyor understand what kind of usage the APs will see. This section tells you a little bit about the methodology we use when creating the surveys themselves. For the end user device information in talking with my client, I learned that they mostly have laptops, one for each employee, of which there are 10. Most of these people have smartphones, but it's unknown if they will be using the Wi-Fi with those devices. A safe assumption is taking the number of users and multiplying by 1.2. Of course, if this were a retail space or a warehouse where point of sale or handheld inventory scanners were used, I would add more, and I'd want to call that out. Moving on, will I want WIPs? Of course I will. For traffic type requirements, a quick example for finding the number has been provided. You can also find a deeper explanation in the wireless deployment guide. Here's a link. You can also find a link on our website and at the end of every survey. My clients are pretty heavy users, so I'm going to say 10 megabits a second for each user. I've chosen this because they have some new imaging software to use with their laptops. Not sure what's going to happen there. So I'm going to mention in the application support requirements that they'll have some file sharing and that application throughput requirement is at least 10 megabits a second. Okay, so we're almost there. So let's talk quickly about management. It's perfectly fine to leave this as total, especially if we haven't talked to the customer about it. This won't actually show up in the survey I present to my customer, but if my customer wasn't interested in captive portals or extended authentication options, I might check secure Wi-Fi, but mine are, so total they shall receive. With almost all these newer and faster, more secure APs, PoE Plus is required. If my customer already has PoE Plus or if I was providing a solution for them, I'll tick the appropriate boxes here. I'll do the same for mounting information, making a note that the 15mm T-grid rails are included with the AP. All right, here it is, the final step. Probably the most important, so I want to take some time. I want to make sure that I have the right formats. If I have multiple documents, I can put them in a zip file. As you can see, I already have some plans here. We could take floor plans. If they don't have floor plans, we'll take furniture plans. If they don't have furniture plans, we'll take an emergency escape plan. And of course, if there are multiple files, good thing I'm prepared. There it is. And that's it. Hit submit. Processing. And in 48 to 72 hours, we should have a survey. Thank you for watching.